Hey guys, I'm Tara. Welcome back to my channel. So since we're very close to the end of the year, I decided in today's video that I'm going to give you 7 tips that will help you be more positive in the new year. These suggestions can be done really at any time throughout the year, but I know in the new year we tend to be a little bit more maybe motivated, or we're just thinking about the changes that we want to make, so I figured I would make this video for you guys. So you can use these suggestions, and if you like to create New Year's resolutions, you could make some resolutions out of these. If you set goals in the beginning of the new year, you can use these suggestions and try to set some goals around them. I'm going to try to set goals for the new year. I normally don't. I feel like I'm really bad at goal setting, and I kind of just like go with the flow. So I'm going to try to be more specific and actually set myself some goals this year. I feel like everyone kind of knows that positive thinking is beneficial, but we'll just go over, I'll give you like 3 examples of things that it can help with. Positive thinking can decrease your stress, it can boost your immune system, and it can also just help you live a happier life. So who doesn't want that? I know we all need a little more positivity going into the new year, and that it's been a rough year for all of us, and that going into 2021, you know, things are still going to be tough, so if we can bring a little more positivity into our lives, it can only be beneficial. So number 1 is to live in the present moment. So when you find yourself worrying about the past, worrying about the future, try to bring yourself to the current present moment. So notice what you're doing at that moment, notice your surroundings, and that kind of helps you get out of your head and get out of the past and the future. So this is something that I definitely struggle with, and that I have to constantly remind myself that my mind definitely likes to live in the past and the future, and I have to bring myself back to the present moment. So it does take time, but the more you train your mind to do this, the easier it gets. And really, when you start to live in the here and now, it really does help you to be more positive. Number 2 is to start and end your day with gratitude. So instead of waking up in the morning and just worrying right away about what you have to do for the day, or ending your day thinking about everything that happened all day that maybe went wrong, try to find things that you're grateful for. So they could be small things or they can be big things. So like small, like you had a nice walk outside today, or big, like thinking about like your family and how blessed you are, or the house you have. Whatever it is and whatever brings you gratitude. Basically, with a gratitude practice, you're changing your mind to start to focus on the positive things in your life that make you feel abundant, instead of focusing on what you feel is lacking. So obviously this kind of would help you be more positive. If you want more on how to incorporate a gratitude practice into your life, I do have a video on that, and I will link that in the description down below. Number 3 is to be more active. So I think we all know that there's been many studies that show the mental benefits that exercise has on us. So exercise will release hormones that make us feel good, boost our mood, and also while we're exercising, we're not kind of in our heads thinking about everything that's going on. Whatever type of exercise you like to do is perfectly fine. You want to do something that you enjoy, because you'll be more likely to be consistent with it. So I like to do yoga and I like to do weight training. But whatever you like to do, if you like more high-intensity cardio, even if you just go for a walk, that totally counts as activity. And just remember, what you do or what you like to do for your exercise can change. Like I used to run a lot, and now I literally like barely run at all. And now I'm into, like I said, yoga and weight training. So it doesn't have to like always be the same. Try new things out, see what you like. If you guys want to exercise with me, I do have yoga flows on my YouTube channel. I have some weight training videos on my channel as well, so you can check that out. Number 4 is working on changing your inner voice. So most of us tend to have a negative inner voice. We repeat negative phrases to ourselves over and over again. So we tell ourselves, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough. And our mind, we start to believe this when we constantly tell ourselves this, and then we're always living in this negative state. Changing this inner voice is definitely not an easy process, but what you can do is when you notice yourself saying one of those statements, whatever it is for you, something that you tend to repeat over and over again, trying to change it to the opposite. And what I like to do, instead of just changing it to the opposite and leaving it at that, I like to like give a reason behind why the opposite is true. Because I feel like if you just say, like if you're thinking you can't do something, you're just like, no, I can do this. If you give yourself a reason, your mind will believe it more. So if you're like, I can do this because I am smart and capable, or you're saying I am good enough because I'm unique, there's only one of me, I am good enough. It gives you more meaning behind the statement, if that makes sense, and I think it makes it a little easier to change your inner voice. Suggestion number 5 is to eat healthy. So if you think about it, our food that we intake is directly fueling our body. So if we're intaking heavy foods, greasy foods, think about how that normally makes you feel. So that normally would make you feel more like sluggish, make you feel tired, maybe just like want to lay down because you're bloated, whatever. A negative mindset also kind of gives you similar feelings, right? Now think about if you ate a really healthy meal with a lot of fresh ingredients, fresh vegetables. How might you feel? You would probably be more energized, more up to doing things like that. And what does a positive mindset do? It makes us more energized, it makes us more motivated, it makes us more productive throughout our day. So the food we eat directly can impact how we feel, and I believe it directly impacts your mindset. Also, when you do eat healthy, your mind will be like happier with you, I guess, or like you're happier. So if you like eat something really bad, you're probably more getting into that like negative mindset, like I shouldn't have eaten that, I shouldn't have done that. So if you're eating healthy, you're like, yes, I did something good for myself. Just keep in mind, there isn't like one set diet plan for everyone. Some foods that one person feels good eating, another person might not feel good eating, and just because it's also considered healthy doesn't mean that it will feel good for your body. So you kind of have to see what you like and what makes you feel good. An example that I have is I bought this hemp protein powder, and I kept getting like bloating and stomach pain, and I was like, I don't know why this is happening to me. And then like I was trying to correlate it, and I was like, I think the only thing different I've been doing is I've been having this hemp protein, but I didn't believe it. So I literally think I had the shakes like a few more times, and then I was like, no, it's definitely the hemp protein. It's like literally right after I drink it, I get bloated. But that's an example of something that's healthy that just didn't work for my body. But then Scott, my fiance, could drink it and be totally fine. So everyone's different, and we have to find what works for us. Also, I'm not saying you can never splurge and have something unhealthy. Like, obviously, we want to treat ourselves. We want to live and enjoy life. You can have those cookies that you want to eat or whatever it is, but it's just to have it in moderation and really just overall trying to eat healthier and be healthier. Number 6 is to work on improving your posture. If you think about how you feel when you're sad or had like a really bad day, you're probably more slumped forward, head's like down, shoulders are forward, your back is curved in, and you kind of hold yourself in this position. I know if I'm upset about something, I tend to go into that position. And now think about if you're having a really good day, you're feeling energized, you're probably more upright, the chest is open, your shoulders are back, your head is up. So our posture is directly related to our emotions. So sometimes what happens is over time, we tend to get into bad postural habits, and there's no such thing as perfect posture, but generally speaking, being in a more upright posture instead of a slumped forward posture is better for our bodies. So anyway, what happens is we kind of get in the habit of being in this position, and we might not necessarily be in a state where we're feeling really sad or upset about something, but our body is kind of reading this posture, this postural state, and affecting our thoughts. So if we could try to kind of be more upright like this, then our body's like, oh, okay, we're upright, we're maybe more positive. So it can kind of affect you in that way. So I know it sounds a little weird, but in general, even if you don't believe that it affects your emotions, if I didn't convince you with that, obviously I think it does, which is why I'm going on this rampage. Improving your posture is beneficial for your physical body anyway. So when you notice yourself being in this more slumped position, trying just to check in, bring the shoulders back, sit up tall, something easy to change. I do have a video that is a yoga flow working on posture. It's about 20 minutes, and you can really do it at all levels. I offer modifications throughout it if you're a beginner. So if you're interested in that, I will link that down below. So my last suggestion for this video is to really accept that being positive is really your choice and that you have control over it. So many times we're letting our external world or our external environment control what is going on with us internally. and we kind of forget how much control that we actually have over ourselves. There's always going to be bad things happening in the world. There's also always going to be good things happening in the world. And I'm not saying to just ignore the bad things going on, but we can kind of choose where we're putting our focus. So if we're constantly really always thinking about bad things going on, that keeps us in this negative state. If instead we choose to really put more of our attention on the positive things in our life or even in the external world, that kind of helps us be in more of a positive mindset. So basically what I'm saying is we can just make the choice if we want to be positive in our minds or we want to be negative. And I'm not trying to make it seem like it's just this easy process. It definitely does take time, and it takes time to retrain. But when you catch yourself being in that negative state, just trying to change it to something positive is really so powerful. So those are my 7 suggestions on ways that you can be more positive. So those are generalized suggestions. I really find personally that yoga has helped me change my mindset a lot, and not just like typical like vinyasa yoga, which I do love and practice, but really getting more into meditation, mantra, like other types of yoga. So if you guys are interested in trying out and learning about the different types of yoga and things you can do, I do have a 7-day free experience that I can link in the description down below. So basically we go through different types of yoga. So we do restorative, there's some vinyasa in there, meditations, breath work. So you can kind of get like a variety of things. So basically you can just click on the link in the description, put in your email, and you will get emailed a video for 7 days. Totally free, so if you guys would like to check that out, please do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're watching it around the new year, I hope you guys have a happy new year, and I hope that these suggestions help you be a little bit more positive in your life. But that's all for today. If you guys are not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button right below me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.